Since 2017, some dickheads made up a story that apparently I've just turned to religion, which is very insane. Um, I come from a strict Roman Catholic family. My mother's sister and their deadbeat children are not, but the rest of the family is. Christy Charles wants to make up that Reg, our grandfather, wasn't religious. Yes, he was. Yes, he was, Christy. Okay. He stopped. What was it? It was he stopped going to church because I think it was after they lost their son or something. He just couldn't cope the fact that how God could take. Anyway, he said the same thing again in church when Mum lost her daughter. But we've grown up religious, so the gathered information does come from scummy shit family members. And these here's the thing: this is isolated to those family members. So the way that they've been dragged up, Robin Childs is a deadbeat piece of shit. Sorry, she is, no, actually not sorry. She's the odd one out of the entire family. Her and her kids are nothing like nothing to do with our entire family. Really, when you look at who our family is, my great grandmother, Big Nan, strict Roman Catholic. Strict Roman Catholic. So was Uncle Fred. So was their mother Julia. Uncle Fred and Big Nan are buried in the same part of the Roman Catholic area. So was Julia, so was Bridget, so is Nan, Lola. We're all Roman Catholic. And getting to the point, so reading the Bible. Yeah, I grew up reading the Bible. I had to learn it. Both the Old Testament and the New Testament. But I went to Roman Catholic schools. That's my primary school, where we learned Latin. And that's my high school, where I learned French. So this is ridiculous. So I've grown up, there was no, oh, he's dying, so he's found religion or some shit. It's like, no, I'm not changing my life. I used to go to church every week until 2015. It was till 2015. I never went to Mass all the time, but I still was there on a Wednesday and Friday. And you can check with East Sydney doctors because all my appointments were even made on Wednesdays and Fridays, and that was so I could always go to church. And on Wednesday and Fridays, when I used to go to church with St Aidan's Roman Catholic school, and then Sundays, we have been brought up strict Roman Catholic in my family. My whole family, my mum's studies, the gathered information came from deadbeat Christy Childs, and people that know her mother. These people, they don't speak for our family. They don't speak for my mother. They don't speak for my grandmother. Okay, these people my grandmother hated. My grandfather Reg hated. So Reg and Lola hated their guts, and they did. These people are the lowest of scummy, low shit people that you'd ever meet in the world. Okay, since Nan and Pop's dead, they've started their behaviour again. But like I'd like them to see, Mum should have smacked that fucking bitch in the face years ago. Oh, my mum's not the worst. We had to put up with them. Chrissy Child's mother, that deadbeat Robin Child's a big fat fucking bully. We just had to put up with her because Nam was always like, look, if she'll cause trouble, Justin, she'll stop me seeing you guys. Gee, they're scum. They're just scum people. They're just pieces of shit scum that I don't want in my life, yet they've kept, hey, police have been doing this for 10 years, letting some scummy little shit low life be involved in her abo friends. And all these people that, like, if one person that says they know me contacted Christy Childs back, then you can believe me, those people are my biggest enemies. Yeah, Christy Childs is my favourite cousin, and they keep doing this over and over. They're going, but you were the favourite cousins. It's like, no, I weren't. Christy Cerrone is my favourite cousin. So the point, I've never been close. I remember Mary Mahowski, Mum's younger sister, saying once, was this bullshit that Justin and Christy were close? Oh, Christy's saying some shit that they're favourite cousins. Oh, fuck off. Like, when? Look, if anyone contacted Christy back, then they're definitely not friends of mine. They're deadbeat losers of people that are just causing trouble. Simple. Look, she doesn't speak for our grandpa. She does not speak for our family, considering there's no family member that could stand Christy Childs. Nan used to say I never flogged her hard enough. Pop hated her guts. Our great-grandmother couldn't stand her, neither could our great-uncle. She's an outcast. She's a low-life, deadbeat outcast that no one in my family actually liked. Simple fact. But back to my religion, yeah, I was born and raised strict Roman Catholic. That's not changed. I went to strict Roman Catholic school. In 1984, I started learning Latin, the translation of the Bibles from Aramaic Hebrew, and ancient Greek, I think it was. We had to learn the Old Testament into the New Testament. Why were we not allowed to eat pork? And then what changed with the New Testament? Because Roman Catholics were not allowed to eat pork. For right through the Old Testament, we weren't allowed to eat pork. And then why did it change with modern text into the New Testament? We're born and raised, and Amanda and myself went right through making our first Holy Communion, our confirmation. And I've had people say, oh, we make confirmations. It's like, yes, but you make confirmations as a Church of England. Or Anglican, it's completely different with Roman Catholic. You can see there's a photo of Amanda making her first Holy Communion in the wedding dress. We wear suits and wedding dresses. Amanda wore the wedding dress for the first Holy Communion and the confirmation. And I wear my suit. We are religious people. We're born and raised, but just my mum was Roman Catholic, which I don't know what's going on with her now. Maybe it's because the husband she had, but yeah. And even who is it? What have I done with the Bible? So, Dad's side, Dad's father. Besides Dad's father, actually was I found odd too, because Dad's father learnt piano with Edith Kavanagh. There's a Bible that Auntie Linda gave me. That's to do with the Kavanagh family. It's an old Bible. And she said, I'll give it to you because your family's religious. Where is it? Where is it actually? I would have unpacked it. No, look, I can't find it, but it's got to be somewhere. So, Auntie Linda actually gave me. It was Stanley Fleming's. So, if you knew me, you would knew that I grew up going to church. Like always, going to church. I went to Roman Catholic schooling. So, religion was a massive big part of my life. Roman Catholic religion. Not some bullshit Christian religion, not some other shit crap, but we're Roman Catholics. My mum's sister, here's the thing. Anybody who considers my mother's deadbeat sister and their children as being the word of what our family's like, no, they are completely opposite to everything that our family is. They're deadbeats. They're just the scum. They are the scum that we had to put up with just to keep things happy. She is the scum. She's the low pieces of shit. They're nothing like when you look at mum's sister and her children, it's like, yeah, but they're nothing to like our family at all. They were dragged. She even used to be like all around abos. Like, they're not what Nan was like. They're not what my great-grandmother was like. They're not what my great-uncle was like. They're not what Pop was like. Oh, and Chrissy Childs, she loves to talk for Pop. Yet Pop hated her mother. My grandfather, Reg, hated her mother. My mother was Reg's favourite. And she was. Pop couldn't stand the Childs. She couldn't stand Robin Childs. She couldn't stand Chrissy Childs. He couldn't stand Shane Childs. And that's a fact. And he couldn't. Amanda was Pop's favourite. And when it comes to the family members, Big Nan, which is my mum's grandmother, and Uncle Fred, which is my grandmother's uncle, so Leo Patrick Sayer, my mum was their favourite. Mum still carries on and says about the way Nan treated her. It's like, yes, but Nan always said she treated you hard because she expected more out of you. She didn't do that, but she gave you everything. She didn't do that to the other daughters. It's like, yeah, and then Marianne would be like, oh, Marianne's Nan's favourite. No, Nan pulled me aside and said, Justin, Marianne's definitely not my favourite. She just needs more attention than your mother ever did. Marianne's the baby. And that's the issue. Like, your mum's looking at this very differently. She said, your mum will always be my favourite. I lost 2 sons before your mum come along. And your mum sees this very differently. He thinks that I didn't give her the emotional because I lost 2 sons before she came along. She says, I didn't give Robin, I didn't give Robin any attention at all. My attention was focused on your mother. Robin came along like a year after, whatever it was, after your mother. I had no time for her. So the one that I had no time for was Robin. Marianne came along late in my life, and was the baby and just needs more than, just took more out of me than what your mum did. But your mum will always be my favourite. She goes, I'll tell you this, why would I want to be sleeping in the back of a horse float? Like, why? I love the comfort of my warm bed. Why do you think I would love to have been dragged to Canberra Royal and Wellington Royal, and we're in the back of up at Moore Park at the Pony Nationals, sleeping in the back on a stretcher in the back of a horse truck? I'd much prefer to be in my bed, nice and warm. I did that because your mum's my favourite. So Nan said that mum has, and I've heard mum say, I'm like, oh God, mum, you can't see for something that it is. Like, my mum was Nan's favourite, but like mum will say, oh, Nan's mother was, mum was Nan's, big Nan, mum was big Nan's favourite, and that's true. So was I. So the person that actually got it all was my mother, Carol. And then the twins, myself and Amanda. Like, they didn't make it a secret. They did have that one favourite, which was my mother and my mum's children, myself and my twin sister. And that's the truth. They didn't care for Robin, and they couldn't stand Robin's children. Mary Ann was always with Nan, but Nan was like, yes, that's because she's the baby. My baby, she's the baby, Justin. It's not because she's my favourite, I love her more than your mum. She's just the baby of the family. That's all. That's all that is. So the people that actually I'll tell you now, all these people, if they actually knew me, they wouldn't be in touch with Christy Childs. They wouldn't be in touch with Christy Childs. That's the deadbeat. Like, no family member in my family like her. Like, Nan and Pop hated her guts. They absolutely fucking hated her. My grandmother didn't flog too many children, but she was not going to stop. She hated Christy with a passion. So did Reg. And Christy walks up and goes, oh, I was Reg's favourite. No, she wasn't. Amanda was. But Pop couldn't stand her. In the year 2000, she comes to Sydney. Christy tells everyone's like, oh, because Justin kept me out all night. So Pop sent me home. He's like, no, that's not it. Because Pop had a good talk with me about, Pop was pissed off that Mum used to socialise with Robin Childs plus her friends. And Pop always classified Jeff Burgess as a friend of Robin Childs. He would never, besides that was Mum's boyfriend. He's like, I don't know why your mum keeps in touch with him. Didn't like him. But the fact is, Pop sent, year 2000, Christy came down to Sydney. Pop said, take her to the Stratford train station, send her home to her mother. So I did come back here. So I went back to Kerry Road. Pop sat me down and goes, right, I'm going to tell you now. I can't stand them, Justin. I can't stand. And he was going off his head at me. He goes, I don't like the fact that your mother, what was it? I don't want the likes of Shane and Christy Childs rubbing off on you and Amanda. I don't like the fact that your mother affiliates and goes over to Robin's house. I got in for every, do drop in for every derelict, lowlife drunk that comes through the place. Oh, Pop hated Robin Childs with a passion. Hated Robin Childs. Hated Shane and Christy Childs with a passion. Yeah, really couldn't. Hated the fact that Mum changed so much. That's when he started going into his big tangent about, I've made sure your mum did the right subjects at school. She took needlework. Needlework and cooking, shorthand, to be a proper lady. Hey, your mum. Robin was just a no-hoper. You could see, as soon as she was born, she was the dregs. Short, fat, she looked like she was mentally retarded. She was the dregs. It's throwing away the afterbirth. So, yeah, they didn't like it. Mum was the good-looking one, right? Actually, yeah, she was until she got with, Mark Rackley, her second husband. That's my parents there when they were teenagers. So, Mum was the thin one, petite, until she got with her second husband. That's my parents when they're teenagers. Mum actually said this lady here off the side there. Can't think of her name. That was a friend of Mum's. But that, that is Mark Fleming. That's my dad when he was a teenager. And that's Carol Ann Purdy when she was a teenager. So she was nice once. She just married wrong with her second husband, that was all. And actually, Pop even said that. You know, trying to stop your mum from being like Robin, basically. You know, trying to stop her turning into something like that. And Nan said it was a curse. Basically, like, you know, that's how Nan used to talk. She goes, it's Reg's mother's family. Oh, they can't stand him. So I don't know why Mum dragged the deadbeats of the Purdy's. These are scummy shit that Robin Child's affiliated with. See, Pop even sat me Pop even said that back in the year 2000 when Mum brought. Hang on, it was that scummy lowlife. The pieces of shit Purdy's. Pop hated it. He's standing out the front. I've come home, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Go inside and have a look what your mother's done." And I'm like, "Oh, what she?" Like thinking that she's done something. Turn up, Pop's sister's sitting there, which was Val Purdy with, I think it was Lynette. Oh, the fucking losers of Purdy's. Pop was furious. Pop was furious. He goes, "Oh, you know your mother's." Like, these people are the ones that the deadbeats affiliated with. Oh, and what's the other? They've got these deadbeat other parts of the Purdy. Look, Reg Purdy, like he said, like the Purdys are just lowies. He could not stand them. He couldn't stand his mother, Lillian Steele. He couldn't stand his sister Val. I'm trying to think. He couldn't stand his brother Raymond. No, he thought he won the lottery when he got with Nan's side of the family. But the Purdys are just disgusting people. They're not worth pissing on. Basically, it was the grandfather's family. I've got all the information. Like Pop gave, I've got documents that Pop gave me to do with his grandfather, because Pop said it was his. So on his father's side, Keith, so Mum's grandfather, so Pop's father Keith, he's born and raised in Balmain. His father, he's born and raised in Balmain, but he's which is Pop's grandfather, but Pop's great grandfather came over from the UK. I've got a lot of those documents there, and then there's other parts of it too to do with. I'm trying to think, was it any night or something? Anyway, I'll have to go through my documents that I got from Nan and Pop years ago to do with that side of it. But your Pop used to sit up with me and tell me, he goes, "No, because I don't want him in my life." And even Nan said Justin, the only decent ones was his grandfather. I think it might have been grandfather Steele. It might have been his mum's father. I don't know if it was grandfather, but I think it was grandfather Steele, Nan said. Grandfather Steele was the one that was decent. Yeah. But, no. And that's who, like, Mum's like, "Oh, it's a curse if they start turning into the Purdys." That's what Nan used to say. You know, Robin was a lot. I think as soon as Robin came out, the dregs, they could see that she was going to be a Purdy. There's true. She was the dregs. Like the way Nan used to talk about it behind her back, but used to just go, "No, keep the peace. I can't. I just have to bite your tongue and keep the peace." So look, they don't represent my Nan or my grandfather or anything. That scum shit to do with my mum's sister and my mum's sister's children don't represent my family at all. And if anyone was actually close to me, they would be looking at it going, "Oh, fucking Christy Childs, that deadbeat. She's not close to Justin. We wouldn't message her back." And that's a fact. So